यूट्यूब लाइव सेशन में हमारा आज का टॉपिक है इंडिया इज ग्रोइंग फास्ट बट इज इट द फास्टेस्ट। सबसे बड़ा सवाल, क्या अच्छे दिन आ गए? वैसे तो पिछले कुछ महीनों में वर्ल्ड बैंक और आईएमएफ ने पहले ही इंडिया को फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग लार्ज इकोनॉमी के रूप में मान लिया है और एक मायने में ये सच भी है। अगर आप फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2023 को देखें तो there was no large economy that was even close to India's rate of growth, and FY24 is expected to be a repeat. Of course, we are only looking at economies with GDP of more than $1 trillion to avoid the risk of comparing apples with oranges. While that is a confidence booster, is it time to celebrate now? For instance, IMF ने FY 2023 में इंडिया के लिए 5.9% की ग्रोथ और FY24 में बेटर नंबर्स फोरकास्ट किए हैं। दैट इज अ फार क्राई फ्रॉम द नेगेटिव जीडीपी ग्रोथ इन FY21। रिमेंबर, द बिगर ग्रोथ इज वेदर इंडिया हैज बीन ट्रू टू इट्स पोटेंशियल। यदि आप बेस इफेक्ट को इग्नोर कर दें और 3 साल के CAGR ग्रोथ देखें तो इंडिया 2019 से 3.1% की दर से बढ़ा है। Real growth must now be at 8% to improve on this. Well, are these really the best of time? आपको क्या लगता है? Firstly, to get a clear picture, we may have to eliminate the base effect caused by the gyrations in the GDP over the last 3 years. Hence, a more cumulative growth over the last 4 years between 2019 and 2023 would be a better measure and more secular. This will eliminate the risk of giving too much weightage to growth on a low base. अगर आप CAGR मॉडल अप्लाई करते हैं तो आयरलैंड 10.5% CAGR, टर्की 6.2% CAGR, ताइवान 4.1% और चाइना 4.5% CAGR पर बढ़ रहा है। In comparison, India has grown at 3.1%. While China is the second largest economy in the world and Turkey is at $1 trillion economy, Taiwan is close to $800 billion and Ireland is relatively smaller. तो ये सब डेटा को देखते हुए the moral of the story is that looking at merely point to point growth can be misleading. CAGR over 4 years is a better measure. और हाँ, India has to focus on demographic dividends urgently. Recently, India surpassed China to become the most populated nation in the world. China's population grew much more before India, but they also made the best of their vast pool of young workers. For India, the demographic dividends are evident since 2005, but it is only now that there is some serious efforts on making the best of these dividends. For India, the two major challenges are to achieve nominal growth consistently in double digits with controlled inflation and improving the per capita income levels, which is where India really lags. Well, real shift is happening at the grassroots. One can continuously debate about the pros and cons of growth and demographic dividends, but कोई भी real growth story is never evident in the glossy research reports of the statistical analysis of IMF and World Bank. Real story grassroots level पर ही है, and that is where the positive changes is actually happening in India. India बड़ी बड़ी MNCs से encouraging interest gain कर रहा है, which are keen to shift their production to India under the China Plus One policy. But the bigger shift at the policy level is that India is now willing and able to make long-term bets. In recent focus on emerging areas जैसे artificial intelligence, green hydrogen, lithium cells, etc. इस बात का संकेत है कि इंडिया वहाँ पैसा लगाने को तैयार है जहाँ मायने रखता है. This is somewhat like China buying up lithium and cobalt mines in Africa more than a decade earlier, and they are reaping their gains now. It is this mindset shift that gives real hope. Well, आज का लाइव सेशन इतना ही. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में नेक्स्ट टॉपिक के साथ. Meantime, सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा YouTube चैनल and stay updated.